Start over. Hello everybody, welcome back to another late night live stream. Today, some major news broke out regarding the arrest of ex-Barcelona President Josep Bartomeu, and Utkarsh and Chaitanya being a resident Barcelona fans, we thought we should react to it and let some of our viewers know what's the background behind his arrest and what the impact of this arrest could be on Barcelona's current off the field situation. So let's get started.
इनिशियली तो आज हमारा कोई प्लान नहीं था वीडियो बनाने का, मेकिंग अ वीडियो, शूटिंग अ वीडियो ऑन अ डिफरेंट टॉपिक, लेकिन फिर बाटो में भाई अरेस्ट हो गए तो हमने सोचा उनकी मेमोरी में एक लाइव स्ट्रीम तो बनता है, तो हमने चेतन को बुलाया और वी पुट अप दिस लाइव स्ट्रीम। तो अभी तो हेलो कुछ पुख्ता खबर नहीं आई है, ये क्योंकि पुलिस ने ये भी नहीं बताया कि बाटो में अरेस्ट हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली एवरीबॉडी नोस कि बाटो में अरेस्ट हो गया है, लेकिन पुलिस की तरफ से कोई ऑफिशियल स्टेटमेंट नहीं आया कि बाटो में अरेस्ट हो गया है। तो चलिए तुम्हारे क्या थॉट्स हैं इस पे कि ये जो इमेज क्लब की इमेज हुई है कि काफी खराब है, क्योंकि पिछले 6 सालों में हमारा दूसरा प्रेसिडेंट अरेस्ट हो गया है, और 6 साल में एक चैंपियंस लीग जीती हमने और दूसरा प्रेसिडेंट हमारा अरेस्ट हुआ है, तो not so good for the club. What do you think?
So this is basically the old regime which continued. So Sandro Rosel's associate was Bartomeu, and the conspiracy that they had planted, like when Laporta had resigned, Bartomeu, the main reason for Laporta to resign was Barcelona's basketball team's issues. Some finances didn't match up at that time, and Bartomeu was the person who was looking over the basketball section. And Bartomeu has always been known close to Sandro Rosell. So as soon as Sandro Rosell resigned, Bartomeu took over. And just to keep other members of the board within their clutches, he constantly did those heavy signings and blackmailed a few board members also. So I think this is going to have, this wouldn't impact Barcelona's on the field game, because anyways this board was gone and Messi is the happiest. I think Messi is going to be the happiest person right now in the world. After, obviously this is going to impact the club. Nobody would be happy, knowing that their club's image has been tarnished by such corrupt forces in action. But yes, as we can see, Bartomeu had obviously paid this I3 venture I3 agency to demean Messi, PK, Guardiola, Xavi, and the influential people in Catalonia. I think this was bound to happen.
हाँ, काफी सही पॉइंट बोले कि एक और पॉइंट जो अभी निकल के आया था इस रिपोर्ट में, जो इनिशियल रिपोर्ट्स आ रही हैं, क्योंकि कंसिडरिंग बहुत ही अभी नई इन्वेस्टिगेशन है, कुछ ज्यादा अभी खास आया नहीं इन्फॉर्मेशन, जो उड़ती खबरें आ रही है उसमें ये भी है कि जो मेन रीजन है बाटोमेउ अरेस्ट होने का वो ये है कि बाटोमेउ पेड 6 times the amount the company I Ventures usually take for a promotion or whatever the social media stuff they do. तो सबसे बड़ा रीजन वो है कि इसकी वजह से बाटोमेउ अरेस्ट हुआ। तो आप एक आइडिया लगा सकते हो जैसे कि बार्सिलोना एक फुटबॉल क्लब है, तो जो उनका सोशल मीडिया पे जो उनका एक नेट स्पेंड होता होगा वो कितना ज्यादा होता होगा, और कंसीडरिंग बार्सिलोना पेड 6 times इज रियली ह्यूज सम, और जो हमारे फाइनेंसेस वो भी बहुत कुछ खास नहीं है सर। तो मेरे ख्याल से तो सही हुआ। एज ए पर्सनल ओपिनियन मैं अगर बार्सिलोना फैन बोलूंगा तो ऑब्वियसली नोबडी इज हैप्पी विद बार्टिमेउ, और पता नहीं वो क्या करना चाहता था। और जैसे चेतन ने सही कहा कि दे हैज द कॉन्स्पिरेसी कि इमेज खराब करने की, मतलब जो उसने नाम लिया, और उसके अलावा जो उसके पॉलिटिकल राइवल से लाइक जैसे फॉन्ट, लपोर्टा, इनकी भी इमेज वो टार्निश करना चाहता था। अचिन, व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स ऑन द टॉपिक कंसीडरिंग एज एन आउटसाइडर कि व्हाट इम्पैक्ट क्या क्लब की इमेज है इसके बाद?
I think in recent memory, obviously Barcelona off the field and never out of the news, especially under Bartomeu, ऐसा लग रहा था कि they are sort of, everything is falling apart and slowly everything was coming to an end, and eventually he had to resign क्योंकि situation इतनी I think toxic हो गई थी around the club, क्योंकि समर में regarding Messi, उसकी पूरी सागा थी पूरी ट्रांसफर की कि is he going to go, is he going to not go. देन उसका जो एक इंटरव्यू आया था बाद में, जब काफी डिटेल इंटरव्यू था 20 मिनट का जो आया था, तो उसमें काफी मेसी वॉइस्ड हिज डिसकंटेंट रिगार्डिंग बार्टोमेउ's हैंडलिंग ऑफ द क्लब, और कैसे उसकी जो व्हाट ही वांट्स फॉर द क्लब टू सक्सीड उसके एज अ प्लेयर, एज अ फिगरहेड इन द ड्रेसिंग रूम, उसके अकॉर्डिंग कुछ भी बार्सिलोना काम कर नहीं रही थी. And obviously that's like Chaitanya and you both of you filled in with regards to the background of the story कि वो the PR agency paid such extravagant amounts of money than the actual sum required to run that smear campaign against the players who जैसे मेसी भी इसमें काफी बड़ा प्लेयर था who was very public in his disliking towards Bartomeu. So I think I don't know, like this is yet another controversy which Messi के ऊपर कुछ ना कुछ इसका फर्क पड़ेगा. So like just to like present and like sort of a counter question to you guys would be, you think like Chaitanya said कि Messi would be happy that Bartomeu is getting his justice is getting served on Bartomeu regarding what he did, but don't you think this will yet another controversy in Messi थोड़ा सा dissuaded होगा कि should he continue at Barcelona? Already contract is obviously no close to being signed, and I don't think there's any like there is some sort of news coming out that he might consider signing. But like if you see the past record, अभी जो recent जो चल रहा है मेसी का regarding his future at Barcelona, it does seem more and more unlikely that he chooses to continue.
But
sorry to cut you. एक point बोलना था मुझे. Sorry to cut you. मतलब the comment section is going off. Ashish Paliwala and Saurabh are having a personal feud. Saurabh is supporting. So Saurabh is supporting the arrest of Bartomeu, saying that maybe he's now back to watching football. Obviously, I think he's a Barcelona fan, if I'm not wrong. So yes. You're welcome back, Saurabh. Ashish Paliwal should contact your dost, as already stated by Saurabh. Or Chaitanya ko Ashish कह रहा था कि that he's a Messi fan and he's biased. I think obviously
I would like to point out Ashish has commented that Messi is also responsible for the fall of Barca. Given this much money to one player is not sustainable. So Fond did point out in his Laporta did point out in his press conference recently that Messi consumes 9 or 10% of the total wages of Barcelona. Yeah. And in return, he gives he comes up with 30% of the total revenue that Barcelona earns. Yeah. So he is the biggest thing in Catalonia right now. And obviously, nothing is bigger than a club, but you can't upset such a legend.
Yeah, definitely. और एक point और वैभव मुगरे का comment है when is City opening vacancies for assistant manager. तो आर्टेटा के जाने के बाद वैसे मुगरे अभी कोई उसको किसी को अपॉइंट किया नहीं है वो सिटी फुटबॉल ग्रुप में असिस्टेंट मैनेजर. तो अगर आप अपनी सीवी लेके अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, काफी इंटर्नशिप एक्सपीरियंस है आपके पास.
तो मुगरैया और तबरेज के साथ हमारे को सिटी की स्ट्रीम करनी पड़ेगी. काफी कंट्रास्टिंग ओपिनियन मिलेगा हमें. तो एक बार डेफिनेटली लोग काफी
लाना चाहेंगे मुगरैया लेफ्ट विंग.
So basically, we are drifting away from the topic. Ajay, what was the question?
I was just asking that दो चैतन्य ने कहा कि मेसी काफी खुश होगा इस समय regarding Bartomeu getting justice getting served. Don't you think this is yet another controversy which his name is coming into, और क्या वो dissuade होगा थोड़ा contract sign करने के लिए because his contract is anyway coming to an end in the summer?
नहीं, मेरे ख्याल
Go ahead, Utkarsh.
मेरे ख्याल से Messi has not made an official comment on this. मतलब जबरदस्ती उस पे रिपोर्ट्स आ रही हैं कि मेसी वुड बी हैप्पी. मेसी से पूछा गया था, आई थिंक मैंने भी यूरोस्पोर्ट पे रिपोर्ट पढ़ा था, मेसी से पूछा गया था तो उसने कहा कि ये क्लब के ऑफिशियल मैटर्स हैं जिससे प्लेयर्स को कोई लेना देना नहीं है. और बेसिकली वो उसका ये कहना था कि जस्टिस शुड बी सर्व्ड, जो भी मैटर है उसको इन्वेस्टिगेट किया जाता है और उस हिसाब से कोर्ट रूलिंग देगी अपनी. तो ऑब्वियसली मेसी मेड अ क्लियर स्टेटमेंट और मेरे ख्याल से मेसी को जबरदस्ती घसीटा जा रहा है क्योंकि उसने जो उसने ऑब्वियसली गोल के साथ इंटरव्यू किया था 20 मिनट का लगभग, तो उसमें उसने बताया था कि बार्टोमेउ ने कहा था उससे ऐसा, फिर उसको फॉलो नहीं किया. तो ऑब्वियसली वहां से एक पर्सनल फ्यूड शुरू हो गया था. उसके पहले से चल रहा था लेकिन एक पब्लिक आई में तब से वो पर्सनल फ्यूड शुरू हो गया था. तो इस वजह से मेरे ख्याल से मेसी को जबरदस्ती घसीटा जा रहा है इसमें. मेसी डजंट हैव अ रोल टू प्ले.
Utkarsh, I think ये personal feud वाला जो मैटर है, this happened with the sacking of Valverde because Eric Abidal is known to be very close to Bartomeu. Although like I would consider him as a club legend. Like after all, what he went through with the the 2 cancers back to back, and then returning back on the pitch and playing for the club, and then coming as a sporting director for the club as well. But as a sporting director, I think his run was abysmal. Like Barcelona board were right in sacking Abidal, and at that time he had said that the players were not happy with Valverde's sacking, and then Messi, for the very first time, had come out in public and spoken on this matter that it is not only the players who are to be blamed for, but also the people who are running the club, because they clearly the Barcelona players weren't happy with Griezmann's signing and Messi wasn't obviously happy with Neymar's departure also. So there were things, and then Abidal's comment on Valverde's sacking was the triggering point for Messi, to which he took it to the public stage. And from there onwards, it was very evident that Messi and Lord Bartomeu are not in good terms, and there is something going on, like something very bad for the club is going on. And obviously, you can't have the best player in the history of your club to be at loggerheads with the management. So, like, had somebody said that Messi is contemplating leaving Barcelona 5 years ago, we would have like actually laughed at that person. But now, like, with what happened this summer, we were nervous, almost in tears. Like, what if Messi leaves the club? So Bartomeu is the reason why the club is in shambles right now, with the poor money.
बट वैसे बार्टोमेउ के अलावा और भी काफी बड़े नाम अरेस्ट हुए हैं। मतलब जो अभी मेजर नाम बाहर आए हैं, जो लोग रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं उस हिसाब से, एक रेडियो स्टेशन है कैटालोनिया का, कैडिना सर करके, उसने रिपोर्ट किया है कि obviously Bartomeu has been arrested. उसके अलावा former director general Oscar Grau has been arrested. The head of our legal operations Roman Gomez Ponti has also been arrested, and Ponti's right hand Joame Messefer has been arrested. तो ये 4 बड़े नाम, और अभी पिक्चर अभी आगे और क्लियर होगी क्योंकि बहुत ही फ्रेश टॉपिक है, अभी सब चल ही रहा है, तो अभी आगे देखते हैं कि क्या होता है। हो सकता है बार्टोमेउ से बच के निकल भी जाए, तो अभी तो पिक्चर इज नॉट क्लियर, लेकिन आगे देखते हैं इसमें क्या होगा। अभी
पालीवाल काफी कमेंट्स में काफी अपना डिसकंटेंट टुवर्ड्स बार्सा एंड मेसी वॉइस करे जा रहा है। नेमार मिस्टेक वो अग्री नहीं करता था तो जबरदस्ती तो भेज नहीं रहे थे। मेसी शुड क्रिटिसाइज नेमार टू, बट नो, हमें तो साथ खेलना है ऑब्वियसली। पालीवाल हैज हिज डिसलाइक टुवर्ड्स बार्सिलोना।
तो मुकेश अंबानी ने एक बार राजदीप सरदेसाई को कहा था, मैं आपको सीरियसली नहीं लेता। पालीवाल ने जिस दिन कह दिया था ना कि क्लॉप आउट, तो उस दिन से पालीवाल सीरियसली नहीं लेता।
परिवार, अगर आप उस पर कुछ रिप्लाई देना चाहते हैं तो वेलकम इन द कमेंट सेक्शन। वैसे अगर आगे देखें तो चैतन, हमने इस पे तुम्हारा ओपिनियन नहीं लिया कि आगे जो प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन होंगे, ऑब्वियसली फॉन्ट की वजह से वो थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ गए हैं, अभी तक हो जाने चाहिए थे, लेकिन अब इस महीने है, मार्च में ही मेरे ख्याल से
8 मार्च को है।
या 8 मार्च को इलेक्शन है। तो मतलब अगर इफ यू हैव टू पिक अप अ कैंडिडेट और यू हैव टू वोट फॉर वन, तुम किसे करते, फॉन्ट या लपोर्टा?
देखो, अभी तो फॉन्ट हैड दिस प्रोजेक्ट रीस्टार्ट, प्रोजेक्ट फ्यूचर और व्हाटएवर इट वाज, एंड इट वाज वेरी प्रॉमिसिंग। पर्सनली, had the elections been conducted a year ago, I would have voted for Font. But obviously not me, but I would have wanted Font to be the victor over here. But looking at Laporta's experience and the connections that he has with the club's management or with the people in Catalonia and with the investors, plus the agents. So I think Laporta would be a better choice for Barcelona right now, because we need to look for something in the short run, not with the team's playing situation or something like that, but with the finances. So finances के लिए हमें short run में देखना होगा, और Laporta is the better option right now without any doubt. And I hope Laporta goes on to win, because he has very good terms with Lionel Messi, PK, Xavi, and like all the club legends, like our childhood basically, like the 2008 to 2012 squad that was there for Barcelona. So Laporta has very good terms with all of them. So this will also help him get better coaching staff, better signings, and not only better signings but smarter signings as well. Like the way Barcelona spending, like we've been spending like anything. We've been spending over 200 million. So look at the financial situation of Barcelona. Like last summer, we went on to spend 125 or 129 million along with add-ons on Griezmann, and 76 million on Frankie de Jong. So which is more than 200 million euros. And this summer, we did not have money to buy Eric Garcia for 15 million, and in the winters, we didn't have 5 million to fund Memphis Depay's transfer. So this is the damage that Bartomeu has done to the club, and which is scary for us.
एरिक गार्सिया तो आ रहे हैं, क्लब कंफर्म हो गया, ट्रांसफर बोर्ड फैब्रिज़ो रोमानो ने कह दिया है कि आ रहे हैं, तो 16 आ रहे हैं। वैसे एक बात और मैं करना चाह रहा था कि लपोर्टा और फॉन्ट वाली बात पे, कि एक ही रिपोर्ट्स आ रही थी, मतलब ऑब्वियसली मीडिया रिपोर्ट्स है तो यू कांट ट्रूली बिलीव देम, लेकिन एक रिपोर्ट आई थी कि फॉन्ट हैज काफी पकड़ है उसकी बोर्ड में, तो उसने उसको पता था कि वो इलेक्शन हारने वाला था, तो दैट्स व्हाई ही पोस्टपोन द इलेक्शन। मतलब ज्यादा सेंस नहीं दिख रहा था मुझे इसमें, क्योंकि 2 महीने से ऐसा कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला। इंडिया के इलेक्शन नहीं है, तो ऑब्वियसली प्रेसिडेंशियल बोर्ड के इलेक्शन है, तो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला। लपोर्टा आई थिंक इज द मोर इंटेलिजेंट चॉइस एट द मोमेंट। ऑब्वियसली फॉन्ट काफी प्रॉमिसिंग लग रहा था, लेकिन लपोर्टा इज द बेटर चॉइस, जो उसका रिकॉर्ड रहा है, जो उसने क्लब के लिए ऑलरेडी किया है। और
मेरे को भी एक बात पूछनी थी कि पब्लिक फ्यूड अभी मैंने रिसेंटली देखा था कि इनके बीच में विक्टर फॉन्ट एंड लपोर्टा के बीच में चल रही है कि लपोर्टा हैज मेड सम सर्टेन प्रोमिसेस दैट ही इज टेकन आउट अ फाइनेंशियल लोन फॉर इन ऑर्डर फॉर बार्सा टू साइन सर्टेन प्लेयर्स दिस समर अराउंड 200 मिलियन से ऊपर के आसपास यूरोस का, एंड विल
250. He has
टू गो
promised. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's saying that he's going to try to sign players like Erling Haaland and Mbappe for Barcelona this summer, which obviously regard अभी जो financial reports आई है बार्सिलोना के regarding that, so mountain of depth they are in, काफी unlikely लगता है. Even Victor Font ने he has slammed कि काफी responsible comments हैं Laporta की, given that Barcelona की financial situation ये चल रही है and he's sort of selling false promises to Barcelona. So like, do you think like both of you guys seem more want like desire that Laporta comes to the club? Obviously उसका previous experience भी है, but do you think like in light of these comments, or क्या वो ऐसा, like considering that does get appointed, do you think he can like afford to get such players in, or would it be irresponsible on his part?
if I go first, तो वैसे मैं ऑब्वियसली आई एम नॉट बैकिंग ऑन द प्लेयर्स। अगर उसकी इन प्रोमिसेस पे मैं बैक नहीं कर रहा हूँ दैट ही बिकम्स अ प्रेसिडेंट, उसके जो पुराना रिकॉर्ड है मैं उसको बैक करना चाह रहा हूँ। और जो इस समय हमारा फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन है, ऑब्वियसली इस समय हमें रिस्क टेकिंग नहीं करनी चाहिए, कंसीडरिंग फॉन्ट हैज नेवर बीन आवर प्रेसिडेंट। ऑब्वियसली वेरी वेरी प्रॉमिसिंग, लेकिन फॉन्ट कैन बी आवर प्रेसिडेंट इन द नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन। वो ऑब्वियसली खड़ा हो सकता है, ही वांट्स टू बी द प्रेसिडेंट, और पक्की बात है वो नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन में खड़ा होगा। तो at this moment of time we need a more smart option, और स्मार्ट ऑप्शन इस समय मेरे हिसाब से लपोर्टा है। कंसिडरिंग वो 250 मिलियन की जो बात कर, ऑब्वियसली इट इज एन एडेड बोनस, लेकिन जो उसका प्रीवियस रिकॉर्ड है आई एम बैकिंग ऑन दैट एंड नॉट ऑन दिस प्रोमिसेस ऑफ साइनिंग किलियन एम्बापे एंड एर्लिंग हालैंड।
I agree with Utkarsh, like given the experience that he has. So I think the first thing that any president who comes back or who comes to Barcelona should not be looking for players to sign like the big names. एक आधा सीजन चलेगा, थोड़ा slump form रहेगा, third season Liga है, we are not going to finish below third.
Definitely.
The top priority should be clearing the debts, improving the finances, because if we do not improve the finances and there's bankruptcy declared, the club is going to lose everything.
Yeah, वो तो बहुत far fetched situation, ऐसा होगा नहीं। तो
हाँ, मतलब like because Barcelona being a fan-based, fan-owned team, the day the restrictions are lifted up, so उसी दिन से मतलब revenue generate होना शुरू हो जाएंगे, because it was reported that from March to August, Barcelona had lost a total of $200 million euros in revenue, because the museum sales, jersey sales, museum visits, and there were stadium tickets, season passes. So we can see the impact that fans have on the total financial situation of Barcelona. So just hoping for the fans to return to the stadium, both for moral support and economic support also.
Definitely, Uday is back in the live chat and he's saying that Messi is going to Liverpool next season. Not happening, Uday. I think anyone other than City, obviously he knows it, he's just joking, but City or PSG के लिए I think nobody can afford his wages, especially in COVID times. I think Man United could be an option. मतलब if अगर COVID नहीं आता तो Man United could afford his wages. He will not go to Man United. I'm just saying that they could afford his wages. लेकिन कोविड की वजह से obviously every club has had a huge financial loss. और Ashish Paliwal is on fire in the comments. I think we should ignore him. Anything else you want to cover up, Ajit?
I think we've covered pretty much everything, because there isn't like a lot of coverage. Obviously, this is something which is unfolding slowly and slowly, so we will get to know. Obviously, we did react because this was some breaking news. So, apart from that, I think there is stuff which is slowly going to come out regarding this, and we have also covered Barcelona's sort of upcoming elections and what the impact could be on the club's near-term future. So I think that's pretty much it. thank you for everybody who tuned into this short live stream. It was sort of unannounced because we did decide to do it when we heard the news. And for all the Barcelona fans who have tuned into the stream or are going to tune into the stream, leave your comments down below regarding who you want between Font and Laporta, considering your elections are within a week. So there is obviously going to be a lot of news around this. So who do you think should be the next man to come in, and what do you think about this incident, this scandal, as we can say? And be sure to subscribe to the channel and share this with all your fellow Barcelona friends as well. Yeah,
stream end, that there's a certain bit of immaturity amongst all the candidates, because they should have at least shown some sort of support for Ronald Koeman.
Yeah.
All of them, even before the season started, everybody came up with press releases that the day I come to office, Koeman is going to lose his job.
Xavi is going to come. So I think that is sort of the clubs. I think both of the candidates are very, hands down, they're trying to get the fans on side, because they can see that the fans are very discontent, especially the ones who are there in Catalonia. So they are fans. Obviously, when we saw that Messi was there was Messi's departure was looking very imminent. कितने सारे fans पहुंच गए थे stadium में, and they were assembling outside Camp Nou. So obviously fans are very upset with how the club's being mismanaged right now. And जैसे ये बात की कि Barcelona can't go bankrupt, and even Ashish is saying Ambani Junior got bankrupt. What's Barcelona? So I think obviously bankruptcy is unlikely, because if Barcelona were to go for a private investment route, or they do want to sort of shift from that fan-owned model, they can very easily do that, because there won't be any shortage of suitors in comparison to other clubs. Obviously आज एक news ये भी आई थी कि इंटर का जो एक जियांगजू एक club है जो Chinese Super League में, they got bankrupt, and जो उनके owners हैं, so they recently won the Chinese Super League 3 months ago, or already they're deciding to close down the operations, and जो owners हैं वो Inter Milan को भी own करते हैं. So obviously it's sort of a little too far fetched that Inter Milan जैसा club क्या are they going to shut it down as well? Especially news आ रही थी कि हकीमी जो है उसके जो installment देनी थी इस season, I think this month they weren't able to pay that, and they have delayed it to the summer. So obviously regarding considering the situation जो अभी है, अभी fans भी अभी they aren't immediately going to come back, and जो fans का नहीं होने का जो impact पड़ रहा है धीरे धीरे, it's worsening. So Barcelona do need, as Chaitanya has pointed out, they don't need a mature person at the helm who can actually sort out the club's short-term debt as well as the long-term debt, and get them into financial stability before making any sort of promises which they cannot potentially fulfill. So I think
sorry to cut you, वैसे जो इंटर वाली बात कर रही थी, उसमें रिपोर्ट्स आ रही थी कि हकीमी could go back to Madrid if the installments are not paid. वैसे उसको जाने देते हैं. आज रिपोर्ट आई थी कि Arteta could be heading to Barcelona. It was really funny when I saw it. तो मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा होगा नहीं.
हाँ, मतलब लेकिन एक फैक्टर ये भी जा सकता है ना, he is a La Masia grad, but I don't think he's going to leave Arsenal, because Arsenal में he has a plan, लंबा चलने वाला है वो Arsenal में, तो Arteta himself wouldn't be comfortable leaving Arsenal at the moment right now.
I think getting rid of would not be the right call. I was just saying that getting rid of Koeman, as Chaitanya said as well, he does need backing right now. League maybe he has sort of hit some sort of stability right now. Barcelona bhi second hai. So I don't think there is any they are performing up to standard, even better, जिस हिसाब से उनका लीग में फॉर्म चल रहा था पहले. So I think any person who comes in, they should back the manager who is currently in the situation, and not sort of destabilize him. जैसे चैतन्य ने कहा कि फॉन्ट ने कहा था कि we'll get Xavi in, and Xavi, obviously he's a person who you could see getting into the job in the future, but right now you should stick with the manager who's in the job, and not destabilize the club even more, because I think that will just force not even the likes of Messi, but other club players who are sort of in their prime years, like the sorts of Griezmann, Dembele, and other players. They would also have aspirations to leave if they see that their future is getting nowhere, and if Barca are not nearer to a trophy.
Yeah, definitely. मेरे काफी सही point बोला चिन्ह. I think that wraps up a video, guys. कुछ और mostly हमने सब cover ही कर लिया है, और we are on the road to 400 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. और ये वीडियो शेयर करो अपने जो बाकी बार्सिलोना फैंस हैं उनके साथ, तो उनका ओपिनियन पूछो कि क्या है इस टॉपिक पे। ऑब्वियसली आई थिंक 100 में से 99 लोग खुश होंगे बार्टिमो के जेल जाने से, लेकिन वी एक्सेप्ट ऑल ओपिनियंस। और अगर आप चाहते हो हम किसी नए टॉपिक वीडियो बनाए तो प्लीज ड्रॉप योर सजेशंस इन द कमेंट बॉक्स, and don't forget to give a video a thumbs up. Bye bye guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.